Today in Chapter 7 in our leadership book, I'm going to be talking about fundamentals in group interaction, emergent leadership, leadership in meetings, group decision making, and team leadership. Now all these are very important, especially in today's work world. Leadership and group thinking is what gives companies the edge on other companies. Being able to communicate with one another and able to get past the little hump that your company needs to get past to make a lot of money is very important. So, from a communication standpoint, small groups have 5 essential elements. They have communication, purpose, and goal, interdependence, mutual influence, ongoing communication, and the size of 3 to 20 members. Now these are all very important because groups evolve over time. Both group decisions and group leaders emerge as the group changes and matures. Emerging group leaders, which are leaders who aren't appointed by someone outside the group, are selected through a process of elimination called the method of residues. So this is a person that you start in a group and no one appoints, hey, you're the leader, blah, blah, blah. They just start talking and communicating. And have you ever been somewhere like in a group and you say you're assigned a group in class and then someone just takes charge, says, hey, you do this, and I'll email the professor about this, or they're always the one to text first in the group message saying, let's meet then. That is the group leader. That comes out of, like, we don't appoint that person, but through the method of residues, they are by group leader they're just naturally the group leader. To emerge as a leader, you got to avoid actions that eliminate you from contention, like being silent, constantly joking around, or trying to impress others with your knowledge. Instead, you participate frequently in group decisions, make constructive contributions, demonstrate your competence, and help build a cohesive unit. So instead of being in a group and just joking around and not doing anything or just sitting there being quiet, you are actively on top of everything, storing everything, you're on top of the stack, you are getting it all out. To provide effective leadership in meetings, there are multiple ways you can do this. One is determine if the meeting is necessary before calling it together. If the meeting is unnecessary, then you're just wasting people's time and no one wants to be there. 2 is have a clear agenda. Before the meeting, go over what you want to talk about so people know what's coming. 3, lay the groundwork. So start with the base and build up from that. Don't start with the most important thing. Start low and just make your way up so it gets people more engaged. 4, maintain focus on the agenda throughout the meeting. Don't divert from the agenda. If there's something you really need to add it on at the very, very end. Or don't even do that. Save it for the next meeting. 5, listen to others. Don't just listen to yourself talk. No one wants to hear you talk the whole entire time. Get people communicating throughout the whole entire process. 6, involve all participants. No matter what, just get everyone involved. Even if they're like an intern sitting in the back, ask them if they have any input. They're in the meeting too. Who knows? They might surprise you. 7, keep a record. Make sure you have someone scribing or typing down notes. 8, evaluate the group's performance. At the very end, go over all the communication that you all did through the notes, do everything, evaluate how well everyone did. Groups charged with making decisions are most likely to succeed when they use communication to fulfill key problem functions. Analysis of the problem, goal setting, identification of alternatives, and evolution of solutions through such formats of the standard agenda of a single question format. Avoid logical pitfalls that undermine group decision making through counteractive influence. Highlight problems and reasoning and get the group back on track. Always try and stay on track. If you guys are getting pushed off track, then just wrap it back around as fast as you can. Combat groupthink. Groupthink is bad. That's just a waste of time and nothing good comes from groupthink. It is the tendency to put cohesive above performance by soliciting input rather than pushing in your own choices. Encourage diverse opinions and constructive group thought patterns. So just everyone's input. Everyone came from a different area. Everyone's done different things. You never know what they could think. Be alert to the danger of mismanaged agreement. The tendency for members to support in public what they oppose in private. Mismanaged agreement causes groups to make choices that undermine their goals. This is called Abilene paradox. To break the paradox, publicly challenge the direction of the group and encourage others to do likewise. A working group shares overall mission and organization and measures its effectiveness by how well the organization as a whole performs. So that comes from individual efforts. And in contrast, a team has a unique purpose and clearly defined performance standards. Members that work together to produce a joint product and the team is accountable. Always keep your team accountable. Successful leaders use team building skills to help working groups move the performance curve. 8 characteristics essential to effective team performance include clear and inspiring team goals, result-oriented team structure, clear roles and responsibilities, an effective communication network, frequent feedback, not criticism, not just bad criticism, but feedback, competent team members, unified commitment, a collaborative climate, standard excellence, and external support recognition, and a principled leadership. This is all very important in order to have good conversation, good communication. Key team dynamics include skilled members, effective problem solving, and feedback. All of these things are very important when it comes to groups and leadership. So make sure your company or your groups, they have effective communication. Don't get too far off topic. Have an agenda, have notes, and most importantly, have a leader that'll keep everyone in check.